Safety and Transportation Committee to order. It is 4:01 p.m. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairperson Mike Seville.
Here.
Vice Chair Bill Vanille.
Here.
Alderwoman Wani Garza.
Here.
Alderman John Siakos.
Present.
5 present.
Okay. The next agenda item is approval of the minutes, 24-0140, approval of the minutes from the PHS and T Committee held on February 27, 2024. Is there a motion?
Second.
Moved by Alderman Goldenell, second by Alderwoman Wani Garza. Any corrections, additions, or deletions? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried, 5-0. Are there any members of the public wishing to give comment?
Yes, there is.
Please read the script.
Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, all persons shall be permitted an opportunity to address public officials under the rules established and recorded by council.
Under our rules, any person may address the PHST committee for up to 3 minutes with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for all public comment. No person other than the timekeeper or the chair of the purpose of maintaining order may interrupt the person recognized for public comment during his or her comments. Members of the PHST committee shall not engage with nor respond to a speaker during the time set aside for public comment. Staff is directed to follow up with members of the public with respect to any concerns raised during public comment. Within the scope of the city's authority, following the adjournment of this meeting. Adam Polly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We lost somebody else. This could have saved him. This harm reduction test could have saved him. And especially after you lose people, you know, it just keeps taking another piece of you. And my question to you is, what is our level of responsibility as responsible government leaders for the deteriorating conditions that are happening in our areas under us? Responsibility do we hold as people continue to die? What is our level of responsibility for that? Is that going to be preventative of us entering heaven? I don't know. I really don't. We can take some solace in the fact that Jesus wept, but we need some more harm reduction things. This fits in my hand. That's all I got.
Okay, any other speakers?
No, there is not.
Okay, we'll move to the agenda items then, and I'll read the first item, 24-0150. It's a resolution establishing the maximum number of Class B on-site consumption liquor licenses unofficially related to the application from BAU of Illinois, Inc., DBA Blueberry Hill Pancake House, located at 405 North Ewell Road, Aurora, Illinois, 60502. This is in Ward 10. Jennifer?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Yes. Okay,
Yes.
good. We are here to present the liquor license application for Blueberry Hill. Sandra Chionis is here. She is one of the owners. She will answer any questions that you might have specific to the business, but if you have any questions for me, I'm here.
Any questions? Alderwoman Garza?
Yes. Thank you. So the hours want to be the same like right now, right? It's just breakfast and lunch, correct? So what is what you want to offer for alcohol?
The primary focus will be mimosas and Bloody Marys, maybe a couple specialty drinks like Captain Crunch Martini, something like that. We are one of 8 locations. 6 of our other locations have already applied and have liquor on site. We've noticed that our competitors are opening and they're all serving things like Bloody Marys and mimosas, and we get that question a lot by our customers. And so we just figured it is time now for us as well. A lot of baby showers and And bridal showers also like to be at the restaurant. They want a specialty drink, and we can't offer that at this time.
Okay, great.
But we're not looking to go into the evening. 7 to 2 is.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Great, mimosas are wonderful.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? You, right? Alderman Lesh?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just real quick, are any of the other partners, have they had a liquor license in the city of Aurora?
No.
Thank you.
You want to tell us anything more about your business, Sandra?
Yes, can you hear me? We've been open for 24 years. We're at the corner of New York and Eola. We're 7 a.m. To 2 p.m. serving breakfast and lunch. We have 8 locations. I'm one of the partners. I'm the majority owner in Aurora. We love it here. And what else would you like to know?
I have another question. I'll be
Alderman
there a
Garza.
couple of times, and the only, I don't know, because sometimes we get together, just the friends,
Yeah.
and they limit the time, like an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to continue to do that, because sometimes we're talking so much, and an hour and a half is not enough, especially when we are like 6 or 8 women, and I don't know, surprised me when they say, oh, you have the limit to stay, only 1 hour and a half, and I say, okay,
You're talking about the sign.
yes.
Yeah, we just put that up there to kind of give people an idea. This is really mostly for Sundays to move the tables, but we've never implemented that.
Okay,
It's just to give people an idea to remember that there's a big line.
all right. I had just curiosity. for
Yeah,
that.
we would never say anything to you.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Any other
So moved.
questions? Been moved by Alderman Lash,
Second?
second by Alderman Garza. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried, 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is 24-0245, a resolution ratifying payments for the current invoice, Wabansie invoice number S00335580 for $78,105.26, and approving the following amount of $81,897.74, an estimate of what will be used for the remaining year to be paid to the Wabansie Community College for paramedic training in 2024. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Matt Ansel. I'm the Support Services Chief, Assistant Chief for the Aurora Fire Department. I'm here to ask that we're able to pay our partners at Wabansie Valley Community College for our paramedic program. For this year, we're going to be putting 20 of our members through paramedic school so we can put an extra ambulance up and continue to serve our citizens at the level that they deserve. I'll be happy to answer any questions if I can.
Any questions of Matt from the committee?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Moved by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Lash. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried, 5-0. Thank you, Matt. Next item on the agenda is 24-0247, resolution authorizing the Director of Purchasing to enter into a 36-month renewal of a subscription to Clear ProFlex law enforcement database service provided by Thompson Reuters West Publishing Corporation of Eagan, Minnesota, for the amount not to exceed $78,013.08. Welcome.
Good afternoon, committee. Good afternoon, Chair. My name is Lieutenant Bill Rowley. I'm the Administrative Services Lieutenant for the Aurora Police Department. I'm bringing before you a negotiated 36-month renewal of a subscription service that we already use and employ at the Police Department. This is the Thompson Reuters Clear database. This is a repository for publicly available information that we often use for a lot of things. We use it in our investigation services to locate people based on address lookups, telephone number lookups, email lookups, things like that. We have historically used it for our investigations division. We also use it more recently. We've used it to help locate people who are out missing on a mental health crisis. We're able to use this information to try to locate people that we can't find by other traditional methods. We find it as a very valuable service for the police department. This is a 36-month contract that is self-terminating at the end of the contract. So at the end of 36 months, we'll need to reassess and renegotiate a continuing contract for that.
Okay, any questions of Lieutenant Rowley?
Motion, oh,
Just a quick question. Thank you,
Alderman Lash?
Mr. Chairman. How well does this integrate with the rest of our software?
This is a standalone piece of software. We have several databases that we use. Obviously, we have law enforcement only information through our LEADS database and our NCIC FBI databases. This is a separate database than that. This is very similar to what you might think of, like LexisNexis may use for the banking systems that they use. Credit reporting agencies, things like that, where it's a subscription service that a lot of other non-police agencies use. So we access this database much in the same way that they do.
Okay.
It's not an integrated database. It doesn't integrate with our CAD or our RMS or anything like
And
that.
do we update it at all if we find new information? Are we able to update it, or it's just one of those where we just use it for research purposes largely?
That's a good question. In essence, it's a one-way street. We pay for, they go out and they scrape the data through various resources on their end, and we're paying to receive that data. We don't participate in giving out data that we obtain. Most of all the private data that we obtain is usually law enforcement sensitive, so we would have some fairly gray area where we'd have to be concerned about releasing data, so we just don't participate in that in a non-law enforcement setting. So Thomson Reuters or any of those other private companies that scrape data, we let them do that through their own legally appropriate way. And then if we have to share data, we share it with only law enforcement agencies. So we have that bright line between the two.
And how accurate do you find it to be? Just curious.
I personally don't use it. I just represent the needs of the police department. But when it was put up to me to bring to the council, it was presented as a needed piece of software for the organization.
I can speak to that as well.
Sure, come on.
I'm just asking because a lot of the data scraping companies out there are hit and miss, 50-50. So I thought I would.
Yeah, there's quite a few out
Would you
there.
please identify yourself?
I'm Lieutenant Tom McNamara, currently the midnight shift lieutenant. However, I just came out of 8 years as an investigation supervisor, so I feel like I might have a little bit of information here. So as to how accurate it is, I can speak from personal experience. It's extremely accurate. A lot of the information we have is outdated in the fact of you're looking at databases that are old. So the way they're scraping this information from utility bills, cell phone bills, license plate renewals. So anytime somebody moves, and we know that people move around quite a bit, their address might change, or they don't notify the Secretary of State, so they have 3 addresses ago on their license plate or their driver's license. But typically their bills are usually updated. So that's the information that me personally, I have experienced to be the most accurate. You can locate an address through Clear, and then you can use that to kind of extrapolate where they might be and find somebody. So accuracy, upwards of 80 to 90%. It helps quite a bit.
Thank you. No further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions of the committee?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Moved by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Lesh. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried, 5-0. Thank you, Lieutenant. Any other business to come before the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Lesh to adjourn, second by Alderwoman Garza. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. We are adjourned 5-0, and it is 4:15 p.m. Thank you, one and all.